Hey guys, so for the final project for diversity, the question I chose to answer was how do social context, especially home, community, and school, influence identity, behavior, and knowledge of individuals? Um, I felt kind of compelled to choose this question because I almost feel like I've been thinking about this question for my whole life, and especially in the past few years during our field experience times. So when I was younger, I was really naive and thought that just because somebody kind of had a bad home life, that they shouldn't bring that out like when they're out in the real world. But now that I'm older, I clearly see that everything that happens at home affects how you portray yourself in the real world, and for young children, how they act out at school and how they treat adults. Um, so I chose to explore that a little bit more. At the beginning, I was going to kind of compare schools and see what I saw throughout different schools, but I decided to mainly focus on my experience at DC Virgo because that school just intrigued me on a different level. So I really talked about how the socioeconomic status of the children at that school and their parents and the um, community around like really shined through in that school. I'm not sure if shined is really the right word, but there was a lot of behavior issues. Not saying every student had a behavior issue, but you could definitely tell, um, the kids that were acting out were almost starving for attention and wanting um, the teacher to notice them. And even if they were, the teacher was threatening to call their parents, they didn't really care. They wanted it. They wanted the attention from their parents, which who knows how they actually got it at home. But, um, moving to a bigger city coming from a small town really opened my eyes to how segregation is still so apparent in big places like this. I saw three Caucasian students at DC Virgo, and it really, I believe, is about where it's located. It's located close to downtown in an underprivileged area, and it's scary. It was mostly populated by African Americans, and I'm not saying that African Americans are scary or anything like that, but that's a rough time to grow up in a school like that or in a community like that. So I believe that the type of oppression they're seeing is a little bit of classism, or mostly classism, a little bit of racism. I believe that if we were to eliminate classism, then racism would be next, because you're really basing your views on somebody because of how they live and where they come from. So I chose to write a poem. It's not the best poem in the world, but it kind of shows how I want my students to see me and how I want them to feel and how I want us to all grow together. Um, so this was my poem. So my poem is out my bedroom window, I see green. Green grass, green trees. What do you see? Do you see hope? Do you see pain? I see a future bigger than here. Will the future come easy for me? No. Will I have to leave the ones I love? Yes. What about you? Out your bedroom window. Do you see a road? A road that will lead you many places? Follow that road. Control that road. Bring your loved ones with you. Or don't. Show me who you are. No strings attached. Be you, and I will be me. Together we will show the world who we can be. And the title of the poem is Who Are We? So I really feel like that kind of sums up how I want children to feel in my classroom, no matter who they are, where they come from, um, what goes on at home. Like, they can come into my classroom and be who they want to be, express how they feel, and just know that I'll be there to support them and figure them out so I know their best way to succeed in the world. So, yeah. Thank you.